Hello guys, it is me. Ignore my hair because I just got out of the shower and I don't want to dry it. Today I'm going to be talking about usually the first step for a trans or non-binary person to do in transitioning, and that is choosing their name. So I'm going to go over how I chose my name and how you can choose yours as well. So I didn't have much trouble coming up with the first name. I've gone by many different names in my life, and it's easy for me to respond to many things by just telling myself to respond to the names. Now, that isn't for every person, so I really suggest not going on a whim and choosing a name like I did. I chose Hayden because it still has many things good that I associated with it. No, I had many reasons for picking it. I had a list of reasons why I chose Hayden, and I think about 5 reasons? I'm not sure. I chose it when I identified as non-binary, so the first reason was, of course, that it was gender neutral and worked for either of the binary genders. Ignore my cat messing in her litter box. Satan! Really? I'm trying to record. The asshole. The second reason was because you could make a pun out of it. My third reason was because I had once watched when I was first starting to watch YouTube, I watched Minecraft YouTube videos mainly. And one of the first people I ever watched were the Gingecast. And what the frick? No, get back there. Okay, cool. The Gingecast. Those people, I still watch them to this day, even if they don't make any more videos, which sucks. And their names were Hayden and Sam. Coincidentally, one of my best friend's name is Sam, and I was just like, hey, I gotta do this. And I can't remember the other 2 reasons right now. But that was how I chose my first name, and that was all the way back in maybe the middle-ish of 2017, maybe like March or so of 2017. It was early. My middle name, however, I only decided on last night. I went through a lot of middle names before I actually decided on one. I started off with 3 middle names that I wanted. It was either going to be Sage, Kaoru, or Keilan. And then eventually I got rid of Kaoru. Wait, no. I put a poll up somewhere. I think it was that stupid Whisper app. And the main results were Sage. So I became Hayden Sage for a while. And I ran an art account on Instagram as Hayden Sage. And I hated it. I hated it after a month. So I ditched Sage, and then I just completely gave up on trying to find, trying to choose between Kaoru and Keilan. So I became Hayden Kaoru Keilan for a while, which, it was okay until I got tired of those 2. So see, names that I like, but won't like in the future, they don't stay around for a while. Which is also how I know that Hayden was a good name for me, because I haven't gotten tired of it yet. Eventually, I gave up and started... What did I start doing? I started using just Kaoru as my name, so then I was Hayden Kaoru. Eventually, I didn't like that either. This is when a whole bunch of name experimentation came in. I originally picked 2 names for my middle name that I liked, Jackson and Elijah. And I asked my friends to choose between them, and Elijah won. And then I was like, wait, no, I don't like this. So for about a day, I was Hayden Elijah. And then I found 2 new names that I really liked. So I put Jackson, Elijah, Liam, and Spencer all in one box. And then I just tried them out with Hayden. And, well, as you can see from my new username, Hayden Spencer won. And that's the story of how I chose my names. My recommendations for anyone who's trying to choose theirs is to choose one that flows well with your last name. Unless you want to change your last name to something as well, choose one that goes well with your current last name. I found a lot of the names I wanted on babycenter.com, which is really useful because they have names that are like, they have them divided into categories: male, female, and unisex, which, you know, can work as well. It's also really useful because if you're demigirl or demiboy, you're leaning towards one of the binary genders more. They have unisex names that, and I think they'll say if they're more typically feminine or masculine or not. So that's really useful. And that's also how I got Hayden, because it's gender neutral, but is also leaning to the masculine side. What? Also, just know that you are not entitled to keep the middle name or the name that your parents may have named you if you were born the opposite sex. Is that the right terms? I think so. However, if you want to be, if you want your parents to name you again, that is perfectly fine. I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.